What's up, guys? Shuri here, and we're doing the Battle Fair Stage 2. I'm going to give you the things that I think are the best, and then to the worst. Some may get nerfed soon, who knows, and I'm just not really sure about all of it. So I'll give you my best shot. First up is KINGSLAYER, the best knife in the game, and an almost sure bet not to get nerfed, so it is a pretty safe pick. But it is so good with assault rifles and shotguns, because not only does it do the most damage in the game, but it also gives an instant reload when you kill someone, working great with not only shotguns, but also the assault rifles, especially if you're running around with WASP. This is a must-have. I don't use WASP without KINGSLAYER. Next up is, you guessed it, WASP. This one could get nerfed, so you need to be very careful if you choose to get it. They said they're going to look at how OP it is, which people are thinking it's OP, so it may get nerfed, and the devs are saying they're going to slightly nerf it if it's bad, but we'll see what happens. But what it does is it increases damage dealt if the weapon owner is on fire or frozen. So if you're getting shot by like an Orion, an Odin, or like a porcupine, you will do a lot more damage. And its other skill is so important. It reduces the reload time upon an elimination. And with the WASP, you need to reload as much as possible because it has very few bullets. And it can be hard to kill some people sometimes. One thing I do want to say about the WASP that a lot of people don't realize, they think that it's like the best thing in the game because it does get easy kills for that first person, especially if you can sneak up on them. But the problem is you do end up running out of bullets, and so it's very hard to get more than a double kill. And with the WASP bullet spread being so wide, you really need to aim for the body, and this can create a thing where you're getting kills that only give you 10 points, and you don't actually get bonus points for getting like double kills and triple kills, and it really hurts your score. Even if you are getting a lot of kills, it might make your team suffer, and no one's really talking about that. And you may think that, well, arbitrators really body shots also. Why doesn't that have the same thing as WASP? And that is because merciless kills, which is killing them for more damage than they had health remaining. So if they have 400 health, you hit them for 800. And the WASP has such low damage and high output that you very rarely will get that merciless kill to offset the fact you're not getting the headshots. And this is why something like an arbitrator doesn't necessarily have the same restrictions as the WASP for being bad for your team and bad for your points. But that being said, it is still very good right now and can help you get those solo kills, and you can steal your teammates' kills and also have backup weapons and really make it work. So it is still my number 2. But next up we have Joker, and I like Joker a lot. Right now, it is a little hard to use, but I was able to use it, and JKim was doing really good with it on his stream. So it is definitely still viable. JKim likes to use it with Scorpion. I like to use it with Undying, but to each their own. And what it does is it has something called super shells, additional charges that increase damage. What this means is every third shot, you'll have these little blinking lights to tell you when. It will do a super shot and hit for insane damage, and this can help you kill people really good, and it really helps for those multi-kills. It does make the gun less consistent because you can't really count on that shot happening when you need it to, but it can really save your butt as long as you don't really expect it or plan on it. But I really like the supercharge, and the gun's also very good without it. So it's definitely good and worth getting. For those who are going to tell me that, hey, shotguns aren't usable, hey, you never know what they're going to do with these assault rifles, and shotguns are still usable. Plus, you will need a backup weapon for your assault rifles that you're using because they will run out of ammo, especially if it's WASP. Next up is Eye. This is a very good helmet that will give you basically what a Darkstalker gives, but only 15% instead of 20%. And it has abilities that allow you to see people through walls, which makes it great. Eye can be used by snipers as well as rushers to kind of avoid people and just kind of know where they are. And I like it a lot. So its infravision, when activated, allows you to see enemies through obstacles, and this is very valuable, but it does flash them. It doesn't show them for the entire time, but it does last 10 seconds and flashes about 5 times in that 10 seconds. Extra damage to the head, increased damage to the head. Like I said, it is very similar to Darkstalker, but it only gives 15% instead of 20%, so it doesn't work for things like one-shot Kuda. But if you're not going for a one-shot Kuda with Daredevil, this can be great with things like Crossbow and even Kuda in a non-one-shot build. But I like to use the one-shot build, so I'm going to keep Darkstalker for my Kuda. Next up is the Anglerfish, and this one is one of the newer helmets, and it basically gives you 18% damage increase, but you have to hit it 3 times to get like a buff on you, and this will end up taking damage from you each time. It's called Fury. When activated, it deals damage once to the helmet's owner and temporarily increases their damage dealt. The effect stacks up to 3 times. It minuses 10% of your HP. It lasts for 10 seconds. And it can give you really good body shot damage. And this is something that might be very good for an Arbitrator or WASP. And I know Gunrag likes to use it with his shotguns. So if this is something you might be interested in, then go to Gunrag Sing's YouTube channel. I am sure you'll see a lot of Anglerfish over there. He does like it a lot. And he can kind of show you what it does for real. Next up is Zero Armor. If you don't have armor, then it's a good one to have. If you do have armor, it can be good as well. Because, remember, there are a lot of things like Orion that are really good right now. People are using Odin a lot, and this has freeze protection. It reduces incoming freeze damage while you have armor, and that can be huge, especially in a meta that encourages things like Odin to be with that Wasp. So it can be really nice to have that. Next up is Bear Trap. They kind of killed this gun, and I don't know if they're bringing it back, so I wouldn't go for this one. I would consider this dead weight in this fair. I just wouldn't go for it. That's my opinion. If you like Bear Trap and enjoy it, then go for it, but I really wouldn't. And next up is Orochi, and if you use this, I'll rocket you and not like you for forever. Because people who use Orochi are evil and bad and mean. So don't do it. But you know who isn't evil, bad, mean? All of my members and supporters. I really appreciate you guys. You guys helped me get my audio stuff fixed. And we got a lot of cool stuff coming. I really appreciate you guys for helping out the channel and supporting. If you don't have money to join as a member, please just subscribe and leave a like on the video. That is just as good. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.